A warm welcome for teens from the Brooklyn Diocese as they arrive in Puerto Rico to help people in need. The young missionaries stayed in the U.S. territory for a week, providing aid to locals who are still struggling to survive nearly 2 years after Hurricane Maria devastated the island. Traveling with the group from the Diocese Vicariate for Black Catholic Concerns was tablet reporter Melissa Enaje, who joins me now to talk about the trip. Melissa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Emily. Great to be back in New York.
So how did these teens help the people of Puerto Rico? What kind of work did they do?
Well, the teens from the Vicariate Black Catholic Concern Youth Ambassador Program teamed up with members from the Diocese of Caguas, particularly with the Parroquia de San Jose, which is the Church of St. Joseph. And together they went every day after Mass. They went to either clean a chapel, they went to do any type of garden work, and more importantly, they were there to be present and pray.
It sounds like they did so much. How did people feel getting aid from the Brooklyn teens?
They felt just very blessed, just seeing them there, from those who just needed someone to pray for them, or just seeing that people of faith, or people in general, were coming from all over the world and Brooklyn and Queens to help. They felt blessed, and you could tell it by the amount of joy and love that they shared with us, and particularly every day. Just so welcoming, very positive. Mm-hmm.
I mean, what kind of emotions did you see? How did they physically react?
Oh, I mean, I saw an elderly woman just cry in front of us as they were singing one of their songs. I saw another elderly woman who was in hospice care who was diagnosed with leukemia, who did not get all the health supplies that she needed because of Maria. She was just so welcoming. She said she felt bad that she couldn't provide more for the teens, even though she was bedridden.
I know obviously they've been trying to recover for so long, but what is it like on the ground right now?
Okay, so we went particularly to Aibonito, Puerto Rico, which is in the mountain region, central Puerto Rico. And like you could say or imagine, more than 30 minutes, 45 minutes on a bus up winding roads into the mountain. And so in these rural areas, there was a lot of people who were affected. And we can see nearly 2 years later, for particular one house of a family of 4, they're still living in one room with no roof, just cement blocks. FEMA helped with the inside, but they didn't qualify for the outside of their house because it was made out of wood. So you saw people who were able to rebuild because they did extra work with like power generators. So they were able to rebuild their home, but it's still, rural Puerto Rico. You still saw a lot of things that needed to be done.
It sounds like such an incredible trip. What was your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway, I think that's a great question, was just the positive energy from the Puerto Ricans to us in the group, and the teens accepting that, and how I saw that they were grateful, how I saw that they were changed, or they had a different perspective, just not even just in service, just witnessing what they went through and hearing their stories. They had a different perspective from this mission trip, and I think witnessing that was the biggest takeaway.
Melissa, this sounds like such an incredible mission trip. Thank you so much for coming here and sharing with us.
And thank you very much for having me and allowing me to share this story. Thank you.